Shalom, Israel. With Isupk, we coming to you out of Detroit, and this is Isupk Lashawan Qadash class. Thank you for joining us. So you know we in the Isupk, we are under the direction of Commanding General Yohana, and we have been bringing forth the truth in this world since 1969. We started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And the truth that we have been bringing out since 1969, the truth that we bring out under Commanding General Yohana is that the so-called African American, the so-called Native American, and the so-called Latino are in fact the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I'm going to ask you, I see I got about 4 or 5 people in. I'm going to ask you to check in the chat room. Let us know who we got in the class. I see Shemayim is in the class. I'm going to say, I had the ball when I was out of town, but I'm back, and we want to get right back started. As you know, we take the Lashawan Qadash quite seriously. And for those who are here for the first time, our Lashawan Qadash is simply the holy tongue. It's our original language. It's the language that was being spoken when Nimrod showed up on the earth. You remember Nimrod? It's the language that Noah and his son spoke. It's the language that Adam spoke. It is the original tongue of our people. Shalom, Sister D. Glad to see you back. Shalom, sis. Who else out there? I see four folks. I know my phone is on. There's somebody else out there. Well, y'all do me a favor. We're going to get started here in a second. But what I'm going to do is ask you guys to do me a favor and share this class. But we really want to get more people in the class. You guys have become scholars. I want to thank that priest, that mighty man, that prophet, officer of 1,000, Zorak, for holding it down while I was gone for the last 30 days. And what we're going to do, we're going to see what you remember. We're going to see what you remember. And I'm going to be on the board in just a second. So lock in for the time. We may run all the way to 5 o'clock. We're going to probably run all the way to 5 o'clock. That's only giving us an hour, about 13 minutes. Just a second, though. We'll get started. I'd like to take the time at the beginning to share the class, whatever class I'm teaching. There's about 100 people if I can get away with 50 at the very least. I'll share into my phone, stop letting. That's what I do. And let's see if we can get started. Again, Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Thumb to my brothers, my Akim, and Shalom, Shema, Alatha, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to my sisters. And we're going to start off with right in the beginning, you know what we always start off with. We start off with what? The Lashawan Qadash. Americans call it the alphabet. These are our characters. And I'm going to say them, I'm going to write them. You say them, you write them. I'm going with the I. I keep grabbing the wrong. Let me use green. A, Ba, Ga, Da. Remember this when you use it a lot. Ha, Wa. Y'all with me? Za. You got it? Cha. Y'all hear that? Cha. Tricky right here. Ta. Ya. Ka. Not to be confused with Cha. Ka. Got it? Not to be confused. Don't confuse it. This is Cha and this is Ka. All right? Let's not get it. Ryan, today we're teaching the class. We're not doing scripture breakdown. What we're doing here is we're learning the Lashawan Qadash. This is not a debate class or anything like that. We're learning the Lashawan Qadash. This is a basic class. What we do in this class, for those who don't know, is we learn not only the alphabet, but we learn the prayers. We practice the prayers here. The Lord's Prayer is what we've been working on. So we'll deal with Zephaniah 3, 8, and 9 later. This is not that place. On Monday, you can ask that question. On Tuesday, Monday is the history class. That might fit. Tuesday is the what? The brotherhood class. Language, you might can ask that question there. Wednesday is the law class. And Thursday is scripture breakdown with that mighty man, Captain of 10,000, Laban. Captain Laban. And if you have any questions, you can tune in, watch for us to come up, and you can tune right in and you can ask those questions then. Remember, this class here is about learning to read and to write in the Lashawan Qadash. All right, that's enough on that. We start with the Ka. We got the La. Didn't I just write that backwards? That's what happened when you get in your brain and start writing left to right right to left instead of left to right. That's the La. That's the Ma. You got it? That's the Na. The Sa. The I. Pa. To Za. Qua. Ra. Sha. And the Fa. And the Fa. All right. So repeat that to yourself. We're going to go through it one time. We're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. We're just going to go right through it. Here we go. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, qua, ra, sha, and tha. Remember, if it don't have a circle around it, that's the fa. And the one with the circle around it is the ta. Everybody got that? Everybody remember that's our review of the very basics, and that's what's the characters. And here, this is Paleo. This is not the Assyrian, okay? This is the Paleo. That's what you see here. It's kind of like the Paleo, if you want to understand it, that can be like block letters. Like here, where I got Holy Tongue, I wrote it in what they call block letters in print. Okay, the Assyrian, I'm gonna just show you the Ah. Here's the Ah, right there. That's the Ah for the Paleo Hebrew. Now watch this. That's the I in the Assyrian. That's the I in the Assyrian. And the brothers that teach the Assyrian do so because they know that you will see a lot of Hebrew written in the Assyrian. How did it come about? The same way you came about speaking English. We were in captivity under the Assyrians and began to write in the way that they write. And so we were in that captivity, and over those years, things changed, just like here. We came here speaking a whole nother language, and here we are 400 years, we speak English. In fact, just on a little history, everybody got this? For those who's checking in for the first time, please write these down. And I will put the pronunciation up on it. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya. That's right, that's right. That's right. Ya. Ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, za, kwa, ra, and sha, and tha. There we go. Give you a few minutes. For those who are here for the first time, I'm gonna write that down so you can have your own copy. And in this Paleo Hebrew, you can trust what you see up here on the board. You can trust us. We take our time. The officers over us make sure we write it correctly. That we write it correctly. So give yourself up. Got about another minute, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. Give yourself another minute, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. Khan, sir. We got this? All righty. So, you know, in the Isupk, we don't do anything on our own. There's always somebody over us. Commander General Yohana's up top, his generals up under him, captains up under them, officers of 5,000. I just looked into the chat room, and y'all know what I saw. Khan, sir. I see General Q. Khan, sir. What I'll do, we've been working on what the general just asked is, can we use Yardstream to pull in to see what you guys write down? And that's what we've been working on. And I'm going to perfect that, if I may, by next Friday. I'm going to take everybody whose name I see here in the chat room. And what I'm going to do is send you guys a link. We're going to be doing this next week. I mean, you may get that link a lot earlier in the day. You may get that link a lot earlier in the day. And right now, too, if you're on Facebook, if you know folks who are trying to see this on Facebook, our StreamYard only broadcasts on one station. Only can broadcast on one station. Salakia, General Barbara Shah, if I may, we will have that up next Friday, and I'll get the link sent out to everybody. But the general has instructed me to, he wants us to write the Assyrian. He wants us to write the Assyrian too. Now I put a lot of work in on the ancient Hebrew. So now let's together work on the Assyrian. We ready? And we still now, so you know, we still gonna go over this Lord's Prayer. We still gonna go over the Lord's Prayer before we leave today. So here we go. Starting with the Assyrian. Ah, ba, ga. Y'all with me? Da, ha, wa. The other one. Ha, ba, ga, da, ha, wa. What's this? That's the za. I hope y'all writing this down. One of the things I want to suggest as we go, you can get yourself, they're not that expensive. If you can see the chat room, that's something I say I got to work on too, because what the general just did is wrote in the chat room, Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. That's what I see. Shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, sir. Okay. Now watch this ka. You got to be careful here, because this ka. Because a lot of these Assyrians, they look somewhat alike. This is the ka. Now, if we break it down, let's see, what do this look like? This ka looks a lot like this ha. But notice that space right there in the ha is deliberate. In fact, that could be a little shorter. You see, that's the ha. Definitely, you got to be careful here in the Assyrian, because the ha and the ka are similar when you look at it. Look at the ta is next. Too far over. Okay. Is that right? Ta. This is the ya. You know, I almost wrote the ancient right up under there. Where am I at? Okay, this is the ya. All right. There's your ka. Ka. Notice how these are so different. But remember, this is ka. You need that rough sound in your throat. Mm. You need that rough sound in your throat to hear that. That's the Cha. This is one that's kind of easy to remember. La. And the Ma. That's the Ma. Let me straighten this out a little bit. It's the Ma. Watch this. This is another tricky one. Another tricky one. It can be mixed up with something else. This is the Na. Now watch this. Let's stop right here for a second. Let's take a look at these. That's the Na. Let me rewrite that because I want you to learn how to do it right. There you go. There you go. That's much better. That's the Na. That's the Sa. That's the I. This is the Pa. You still with me? This is the Taza. That's the Taza. Again, we're doing the Assyrian now, the Assyrian. This is your Kwa. This is your Kwa. Another thing we like to do in this class is we speak as much as we can in Hebrew. We're going to speak as much as we can in Hebrew. Let's get this Ra up here. Another one of those. You have to be careful with if you're going to write the Assyrian. Why? Because it can look like another letter, another character, and you end up pronouncing the wrong word or saying the wrong character. Because if you notice, the Ra is not much different than the Da in the Assyrian. You got that? They're not much different. So you got to really, really be careful. They're not much different in the Assyrian. Let's look at the Shah. That's the Shah. And this really should be up here. And there's your Shah. And there's another one. See, I'm making that thick. You just have to do that. Then come down. Boom. And what's that one? That is your thigh. So, those who are with us, what we have now incorporated, and will be incorporated in every class, we're going to keep you brushed up on the Assyrian. We're going to keep you brushed up on the Assyrian text as well as the ancient text. We're going to keep you brushed up. So let's look at this. Ah, ba. ga, da, ha, wa, ya, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. We all got that, right? We all got that? I'll give you a couple of more minutes to write it down. Give you a couple of more minutes to write that down. And then, and I want y'all to see, Salaki Adawan, we do a thing here where we flash certain messages on the screen and everybody can see them. So what I want to do is put the first message up. General Q. And apparently there are some apps, some programs out there where you can write in the ancient, and I'm pretty sure you can write in the Assyrian using your keyboard. I'll look and I'll get to the general and try to track that information down so that you too will be able to do what General Q is doing here. And why is it important? Let's look at this. This is for so many reasons. So many reasons. Sometimes you're going to be able to speak in a public place and don't want nobody eavesdropping. And you see folk do it all the time. If you don't speak Spanish and you get around Spanish people, they can say anything they want to say. You don't understand. Same thing works with Germans, Koreans, Japanese, or anybody that speaks another language other than English. You see, they're able to speak their own language. Another thing, when we speak our own language, it just helps us stand up as an individual people. Do anybody need me to leave this up so they can copy those Assyrian characters? Let me know if you needed to stay up there. Give me a 1 in the comment section. If you needed to stay up there, Sister D, Aqua Shemayim, that's who's in here. Brother T, I do very seldom y'all, those who's in the class know I'm not gonna be using American names. I'll give an alphabet. I'll give an alphabet and address you. You know who I'm talking to. If anybody needs me to leave this up a little longer so you can copy it down, give me a 1 in the chat room. We'll give you about a minute to do that. If I don't see a 1 pop up, we're gonna erase it, and then we're gonna move on and let's have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. We got any new comments here. All righty, got about 30 seconds. All righty then. Here we go. We're going to erase. Do you have it? Everybody got it? Everybody got it? All righty then. Here we go. Tomorrow we got, we're going to have Sabbath service all over the place. And in every city, where the ISUPK is, you'll have a Sabbath service. And much of the Sabbath service is all about the Lashawan Qadash. Young officers like myself, they keep telling me I'm not that young, but young officers like myself and officers of 500, officers of 50, young men, what we do is we get up with these priests and we sit back here and we read from the scriptures. We read from the scrolls, and it's written in the ancient language, the Lashawan Qadash. So that's why we go through here. And in the Sabbath service, we do a number of prayers. The procedure go like this. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. The Lord's Prayer in English. We'll say, bless Israel in Hebrew. Then bless Israel in English. And it goes on. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. This is what we really working on. What I like to concentrate on, because it's about time we memorize these, you know what I'm saying, and there it is. It's written in English. We have it's also written in the Hebrew. But we got it written in English, pronouncing the Hebrew. So here we go. This is what we're going to do today. I'm going to start writing one of these prayers, and I'm going to write it in the Hebrew. And I may talk to myself in the Hebrew. As I write this prayer down, it's going to be one. And this is your test. Let's see what you remember. And so I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint. No, we're going to go ahead and go over the Lord's Prayer, because you know that. You should know that. All right? You should have no problem with this. Let me back up. I missed something on the intro. Some basics on the intro. Y'all remember these right here, right? And sometimes you'll see this. Let's go over this real quickly for those who haven't been here before. These are indicators. These are indicators. What if you see a dot or if you do not see a dot? What that's telling you is that particular character is taking on its original hard sound. Qua, la, sha. Okay? It's taking on, those are the hard sounds. When you see this character, it's called a connector. This is called a connector right here. And what it does is it links this character to the character that follows it. Okay? This is a Y, and this is a na. When you use this, let's write it up here because I can always erase it, right? Y, na, right? That's what that could be, Y, right? Y, na, but it's not when you connect it. When you connect it like that, this character, the second character, take on what can be called a soft sound. You see what I'm saying? La, sha, that's a Y, that's a na, one. So it'd be an in, one as in can. Am I getting pen low? Yeah. As in that is as in can. That's a soft. That's That's what we mean. So lasha one can. You see that? That's that soft sound. When you have the connector, the second letter in the connector get the soft sound. Let's go over it again. One more time, using other characters. Qua, heart. Da, heart. Sha, heart. When you connect the da to the sha with the connector, this takes on a soft sound, as in fish. This is the sound right here, as in fish. Lash, lash. If it was like this, I keep wanting to write that la backwards. Like that, that would be lash. So this is dash. Lashawan Qadash. Dash. Because the sha takes on the soft sound as opposed to standing by itself when it takes on the hard sound of sha. The sha. Okay? So, everybody got that? Everybody got that, okay? Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim. That's where I'm at, right? Ha. Shabbat Shemayim. And the reason I go over this over and over and over and over again is I was called up to read one time. And you know what happened? I started to actually recognize the words. That's what we're going to get to. We're going to go over this one more time. No, those who've been with me a long time, I know you've heard this a million times. But if you're here for the first time, I don't want to use those. Here we go. Okay. Why did I put those on the board? Here's your explanation. You already know what these words are. I guarantee you know what each one of these words are. Why? Because you've seen them so many times, your brain recognizes the words without even having to read. You don't know how to, you can look at this. I don't need to put the A there for you to know it's a goat. You look at it, G-O, blank, tag, close to that, going to be goat. What's in here? What? Put a T, that's auto. Put an O here, that's horse, right? But your brain already knew that. And that's where we want to get, because they just recognize the pattern that the brain, that the word makes. A long word, it's the same way. I left out a lot of words, a lot of letters in that, and I bet you unless I misspelled it, you can recognize that word. You see that? It don't take much because it creates a pattern encyclopedia. It makes a pattern. In the same way, this combination makes a pattern, and it will always be Qadash. This one always be Shabbat Shemayim. When you see that, Shabbat Shah, and a lot of times you're not even going to see this. Here's where it get tricky. You're not even going to see this. You're not even going to see that. So this will be Shabbat Shemayim. You'd be like, wait, that don't sound right. I never heard a word like that. Shabbat Shemayim. Well, if I connect this, what happens? Shabbat Shemayim. That soft sound. You see that? So you're gonna have by recognizing the pattern, by going over this over and over and over and over, you will come to know where to what? Put in your mind to put in the connector. Put in the connector. Let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna do it kind of slowly. I'm gonna try to get it up close enough to the camera. so you can see. This, there we go. Can y'all see that? This is how we read. Okay, I'm going up too far. This is what I want you to see right there. There it is. You see that? Verse 1. Verse 2 is right behind it, and we're doing what? Genesis 9. You see verse 1, verse 2. And there we are, right there. And what you don't see, Shalom, Yabashim HaShabbat. What you don't see is you don't see any connectors there, right? That's why we do this over and over and over again, so that your brain, without you even thinking about it, will recognize the pattern. Will recognize the pattern. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash. Y'all ready? Hayah. Y'all know, I really want you to recognize this one right here. This is mandatory that you, every time I get ready to write this, you should be thinking I'm writing one of two things. Where was I at? Where's the hot? Okay. All right. We're gonna keep it moving. Man, being away from this 30 days, this is why we gotta practice it every day. My bad. Now, some of y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all been here long enough. Shalom, how about Shimmy, how about Shabbat, mighty man, Matazah, coming out of Napoleon, Ohio. Glad to see you in the class. Glad to see you in the class. Now, this is real tricky. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did, and I'm gonna challenge you. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. I know y'all thought I was gonna write the whole thing out, right? Find the mistake. This is what I need you to do. All y'all who've been here before, Shemayim, Sister D, Matazah, can you find the mistake in here? It's one for sure. Can you find a mistake? I left there on purpose. And guess what? I gave you the hint of what it was. It's in there too. If you've been practicing, and I'm sure you have, because like I said, that mighty man, Zarat, officers of 1,000 Zarat, was holding it down. You see, I peeped in. He was holding it down. So find the mistake. It's an obvious mistake. I mean, obvious. Now let's read it. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, right? Malak with Ka, Taba'ah. All righty, 2 minutes. Where's the mistake? I'm gonna read it again. Look, listen. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash, Hayat, Shamka. Some of y'all thought that was what? Shamaka? No, Shamka. Right? Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Saba'ah. Where is the mistake? I got one answer so far. And Shemayim. Right word. What's the mistake? You can explain it to me in English. What's the mistake? And in the pronunciation, in what word is that mistake corrected by the correct character appearing in the word? Anybody else want to venture? Y'all know we're gonna put it on the screen. We're gonna put all the right answers on the screen. Sister D, you got it right too. Oh, Kawata. Okay, let me help you out. Right? Malak. This is Ya. Malak wa. Malak. You put Malaka. Remember, this is right here. That Ka gets the soft sound, as in, watch this, lock. It's lock. So if you spelt it in the English, lock, right? Wa. I'm down low again. So lock here, family. Lock, wa. See that? Ka. See that? Now, why? I know which word you're talking about, sis. You and Shemayim pointing to this word right here. Y'all say, is this, for those who think the mistake is in this word, give me a 1 in the chat room. If you think that's where the mistake appears, give me a 1. Now, for those who think that's where it appears, what is the mistake? Which character is the wrong character in that word? And you can tell me the character by just writing the phonetic. Like if it's an ah in there, well, this is a ma, this is a la, this is a ka. Which one of these characters is wrong? And then tell me which character it should be. If the ma is wrong, write ma. And you think it should be a na, right now. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Matazah, you still with us, brother? What do you say? Do you agree with the sisters that this is where the mistake is? Are you in agreement with that? I know I'm challenging your brains today. I'm gonna show the two folks that got it right so far. Malak Wakad. These sisters say, even though this sister, she got a little bit off, it's not Ka'ad, it's Malak Wakad. All she got to do is drop the A after the K and she would have it right. Okay? Just drop the A after the K and she would have it right. All righty. So you agree with the sisters. What I need you to tell me, Ahmadazad, is which character in this word is out of place. And the sisters are correct. This is the word that has the mistake in it. They have the mistake in it. Now, the question is, what's the mistake? Anybody else? Shemayam, I see you got it. That is correct. That is correct. Who else? Sister D, you got it right. You got it right. Matazar, everybody else in the room, are these sisters right? Any? If you agree, let me know you agree. If you disagree, let me know you disagree and tell me why. This is not a debate. We ain't trying to fight. We just trying to learn together. But these sisters are on money. Sister D. Aqua Shemayim. Absolutely, absolutely correct. What you got? Give me something, Matazah, my brother. Give me something, man. Again, I'm going to say the water, General Q, stepping to the class, getting the brother straight, and making sure that I'm giving y'all the right stuff, you know. That's why I love Yasharala. That's why I love the ISUPK. We're not left out here alone by ourselves to guess about anything. It's always somebody watching, making sure we get this right. Sister D, you right. Sister Shemayim, Akwat Shemayim, you are right. I need a response. Matazah. What do you say? You agree, you disagree? Can you figure out what the mistake is? About 30 seconds. I'm gonna flash some stuff on the screen. Show you what the sister said if you don't see it in your chat room. But they are correct. That's the top. Sister David says top. This shows you these sisters been studying, been paying attention. Why? Because what is a tie? They sisters say the tie should not be there. We're going to take the ta out. Remember that? Ta. Easy mistake to make if you move too fast. What should it be, sisters? Salakia. Matazai. What should it be? Brother? Anybody else in the classroom? Sister D, Akwat Shemayim. I want y'all to hold back for a second. Give somebody else a chance to answer. What should the letter be? The word is Malak was ka. Malak was ka. Malak was ka. What character goes right there? Anybody in the chat room except for Shemayim and Sister D. What character should go right here? I know, sisters, y'all chomping at the bit. Thirty seconds. You that just checked in. You got somebody else in the classroom. We really like for everybody to come into the classroom, check in the chat room, let us know you're here. Tio Feliciano, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, Barakah. Puerto Rico in the house, y'all. F, that's what I'm gonna call you. Or Akchio. How about that? Akchio. This is what we do. We go over the Lashawan Qadash. At the beginning, we take the characters in the ancient, we write the characters in the Assyrian. We go over the basics of indicators at the bottom of our characters, meaning you pronounce this as an individual here. The second character now takes on a soft sound because of that connector right there. I'm just bringing the brother up to speed. The brother out of Puerto Rico. We're gonna have to get down there too. We're gonna have to get down there. So when we get a break and can move around again, look for the brothers from Detroit in Puerto Rico sometime. We love traveling. Just got back. For those who don't know, I just got back from North Carolina. Did some good work down there. Had a ball. Down there. The brothers down there are full of love. They love the sisters down there, cooking, all that. What we did, we put in 2 farmsteads, one in Fayetteville and one in Durham. Brothers in Durham, they're going to get them chickens. They were talking about getting them chickens, and brothers and sisters up there. Brothers and sisters in Fayetteville, they got a nice spread down there too. And we're going to get y'all some pictures pretty soon. Y'all start looking for them pictures on Facebook, YouTube, stuff like that. Because in the midst of this thing right here called this COVID-19, the coronavirus and all there, I know y'all haven't been missing that there are people complaining all over America that what? The grocery store shelves are being emptied. Vegetables are not showing up. Meat is not showing up. You see that? We should have been have our own farms years and years ago. You know, we didn't. Martin King and them jumped us in bed with our oppressors so terribly and so effectively, we don't even grow our own food. Brothers, sisters, you know, when you can't feed yourself, you belong to somebody else. You got to be able to feed yourself, you see. And so that's why in different places popping up, and I love it. I hear it popping up all over the ISUPK and camps everywhere. Farms are popping up. Brothers are building what? Compost piles. They're putting peppers in the ground, corn in the ground, collard greens in the ground, cabbage in the ground. Look, I gotta do it. Come on. I gotta say it. I'm not a big cabbage eater, but I planted so many cabbages in Fayetteville. Look at here, somebody better eat them cabbages. That's a lot of cabbage in the ground. We do have a lot of watermelon and cantaloupes and peppers and cucumbers in the ground as well. Same thing going on up in Durham. Same thing. So, and guess what? Don't get it twisted. We picked up a young man went with me this morning, and of course, we are always under the guidance of our camp leader. And up here, you know who it is? That mighty man, Captain of 10,000, LeBron. We got with him this morning and picked up 2 grow boxes. And they're huge, they're long, they're nice. We're gonna have them put together tomorrow. We're gonna be starting getting ready. It's still too early to put stuff in the ground up in Detroit. It's still too early to do that because we still can freeze at night. But we'll talk you through it. I'm gonna talk with the brothers and see if we can make a class of that so that everybody can learn. Everybody who want to learn can learn how to grow. Anyway, let's get back to our class. Malak Wathka. Malak Wathka. What character is missing? What character is missing? Shemayim. I need answers from everybody else. You're right. You're right. You're right. I need somebody else. Sister D, go ahead. If you got an answer, put it in. What character is missing? Matazai, you got an answer, put it in. Akio, if you got an answer, put it into the comment section. And this is, we want to learn to read this as well as we read English. And if we don't read English too bad, we want to learn to read this better than we read English, you see. Absolutely correct, Sister D. Matazar, where you at? Where you at? Big bro, where you at? So, let me show you what the sisters say. Should go there. That sister say that's it. This sister say that's it. I'm asking anybody else in the classroom, are they correct? Are they correct? Should that be a thought? Should that be a thought? I also want to tell y'all this has been Tawab participation today. Good work. Good work. Good work. Y'all have been keeping up and studying. And this is what should go here. There's the right answer right there. It's a thought. It's a thought. What did I have there before? I had that. And this is, as the students point out, the sisters pointed out, that is not a thought, that is a ta. So with the ta being there, that would be malak wat ka. Malak wat ka. But when you put the tha in there, it becomes malak wath ka. And that's correct. And with that, we're going to wind it down. My first week back home, back up here, back in class. I'm going to say it's a privilege to study with Israel, with my brothers and with my sisters. It's such a privilege. Such a privilege. Again, I'm Officer 1000 Shah, coming to you out of the Detroit camp. of the ISUPK. Pay your tithes, pay your tithes, pay your tithes. Can't say that enough. Pay your tithes, y'all. Everybody getting that COVID check. That's why I heard they're getting that COVID check. Everybody get them $1,200. Send $120 to headquarters. Send $120 to headquarters. That's your tithe. That don't even belong to you. Remember, the tithe belongs to the Most High. The tithe belongs to the Most High. It's not even yours. It ain't your job to hold on to it. No, send your tithes in. Commanding General Hanna and the generals with him, the captains under them, and the officers under them. These are not preachers. These are not Christian pastors. These are men who love Israel, who love Yasharallah, and will die for Yasharallah, will kill for Yasharallah. And they make sure that every penny of the tithe goes to help Yasharallah. Every penny of the tithe. It don't go for a Bentley. It don't go even for a Cadillac. It doesn't go so that somebody can live in mansions. It goes because to the care of the people. This money is put to the care of the people. You're homeless, we help you get a home. You're hungry, we get your food. Light bill due, gas bill due. I'm just letting you know how the ISUPK to love me and why I have no problem with paying tithes. None. One, I don't have a problem with it because it's a law. Pay your tithes. It's a law. And our hearts, our minds ought to be bent on obeying the law. So I want to say shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatham to my brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatan, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to my sisters. And we will see you next week. Shalom, Yahshua.